Oh, hey guys. I didn't realise it had started. Hey guys, I'm Phoenix here, and welcome to Satisfactory. The temperature in this room is 31.5 degrees. The fan is on. The washing is in, so you might hear some sound. I can't open the window at the moment. They've decided that today, which is one of the hottest days of the year, I suspect. I think yesterday was the hottest. Anyway, it's hot here, and they've decided that today is the perfect day to lay asphalt. Now, I kind of want them to just get it done and out of the way because it's driving me mad. The fact that this thing's been going on for so long. Just this week. So I thought, you know what? Let's go back to Satisfactory. Since last stream, I haven't played a huge amount of it. I unlocked trains, and I started linking up the train system from the main base through to the secondary facility, which is so far away that I don't think anybody has actually seen it. I kind of built it because it was in one of the starter areas, but not in the starter area that I actually started in. So, yeah, I think it would be a good idea to get that linked up in this stream. So, cue lots of messing around with trains. So I've got a train with a station, and it's got a freight cart on it, and it does things. And meanwhile, while we're messing around with trains, I'll also be slowly funneling resources into that. So maybe, if we're very, very good, we can get nuclear reactors, because that would be awesome. Right, now, as I'm just over here at the moment, I am just going to pick up the couple of components that I do need for the reactors, which I suspect was computers and the other thing, frames, probably. Yeah, it was computers and frames. So I did a whole lot of just life good stuff. So all of that is now making computers up there. I did do the tour yesterday. Basically, everything makes stuff made out of metal. I think we kind of that's kind of where we got from that. I did a whole load of upgrading belts and the like as well. Not a huge amount of stuff coming through there, but hopefully we'll get some squishy things. What are they called? The energy slugs from the train line. I've already started finding some. I should note. I should always note all this stuff at the beginning of the video. The game's called Satisfactory. It's only available on the Epic Store. Though, the way things are going, who knows? It might end up on the Switch at this rate. Everything else is. Yeah, Switch not confirmed. So yeah, available on the Epic Store only. You know, boo hiss, etc., etc. I don't really care about any of that stuff these days. It's a really, really good game. This is the experimental build, so I'm expecting crashes, though I haven't seen any yet. Touch wood. I think this desk is kind of made out of wood. It's an IKEA thing, so some of it's made out of wood. The rest of it's made out of cardboard. Yeah, there's a few sort of bugs here and there, like, you know, the pylons, support pylons sticking through the floor and all that sort of thing. But yeah. It's better than some release games, to be fair. The state of gaming is what it is, really. It's nice when you're playing an early access games. Early access games basically say expect bugs, so you're never surprised when you see bugs. Problem is that an awful lot of like AAA big titles are expect bugs, which is a real shame. It didn't used to be the case before pre-internet. Pre-internet, rather interestingly, games had an awful lot less testing, but the coders were possibly a little bit more careful about the code that they put in, and as a result, because they had to be, because if the games were released in a buggy state, you couldn't patch anything, the games were released as as they were, and it was quite late. When we finally got CDs and things on magazines that you could actually update the game, patch it. These days, I turn on my computer, I've got tons of patches for games that I barely play, and in some cases I just uninstall the game because I really don't want to deal with having to update a game that I'm just not playing. Anyway, welcome. I should have said welcome to trains. So trains are, well, I think everybody knows what a train is, but just in case, trains are these large things. They come in. You got your carriage and your motor engine bit, and you place a station, and then so your station is your front bit, and then your freight terminal comes in afterwards. Why are you not braking? There we go. Right, finally broke. The braking times are a little bit extreme. Right, so yeah, we have a station, and then on that is fitted freight terminals or empty stations or whatever. I think there's a few different types of thing. Actually, yeah, it's freight it's station, freight terminal, and sort of empty platforms. And then the rails are freeform, very much in the same way as conveyor belts. You've got some very long, wide curves. They're not quite as manipulative as placing down your roadways, but the benefits are that you can create very long runs that just go from one place to another without necessarily having to worry about things like wildlife or, if you design them right, sort of water or anything. You can just plough straight through. What I have also done is I've built those sort of ramps over the roadways, so that if I am driving somewhere, I can just go straight over the track. Haven't tested it yet, but yeah, should work. So we end up with quite a nice drive through the woods in this, and I'll probably come back and cut down all the trees that just make it look messy. But for now, no, it's a rather nice sort of way to get from the old facility to the not the new one. It's not going to be a replacement for it, but it's just going to be a secondary facility for making things, basically. I don't think the rails aren't all the way there yet. Hold on, we should check the map. So we've got the map here. Actually, we're about halfway, so yeah, might be able to get this done today. I can't remember exactly where all the rail goes. I think it ended somewhere up here. Before I sort of wandered off to play other things. God, I've bought so much in the Steam sale. Oh, there's the end. There's the end. Right. You can't run off the rails, I don't think. Or have I? I may have just run off the rail. Oh, no. No. Not quite. But that was a close thing. Right. Okay. Well. So we are about halfway, actually, yeah. No, I'd say about halfway. And we've got a way to go, yeah, through the undergrowth. And this is what I love about the game, right? You are on a planet, I'm just going to talk about this. You're on a planet forging roadways through the planet, basically. It's very, I don't know, it kind of takes me back to the old Minecraft days in a way, where so I used to play Tekkit right at the beginning. I used to play Tekkit on a server, and one of my creations was a road builder, and it was great up to a point where it was crashing me and it ran out of control, and I had to ask someone to just shoot at it repeatedly with a mining laser because I couldn't get close to it. But it was awesome. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of those sorts of days of games that said, you know what, let's let you build ramps and roadways and whatever else you need in order to do what you want to do. Right, I think the way that I need to do this is to actually go down there, weirdly, if I can. Now, it's a bit like a roller coaster. Roller coaster is too long, too steep. Okay, might have to do something that maybe brings it around. Ooh, I'd quite like to take it through the cave if I can. I mean, cave does mean spiders and those things, but if I can get it down here, I totally will. It might mean I need to do a little bit of ramp work. Oh yeah, they've added this, the foundation 8 meter by 1 meter, which is rather nice. I like having sort of floors to my foundations that aren't too thick, and yeah, it's a rather nice little thing to have. Right, it's don't really know why that was being so weird there, but anyway. So, that all goes into there, right? And I'm gonna put in a flat piece of foundation, and then quite simply the railway can come down here. Ooh, that's too steep? Ooh, okay. Oh, that's not, though. That would clip into the roadway a bit, but no, that would be alright. So that can kind of go down there. It's a little bit sloppy, and I'll probably come back and neaten it all up, but for the moment... Oh shit, what was that? Something that's gonna hurt. Ow, right. Well, at least I know where I died. Chances are what happened there is I got hit in the back by possibly a firefly. Thankfully, I can just be kind of awesome and just drive down there. Actually, it does mean I don't have any of my gear on me. I know where I died, and that's not really a problem. I guess I'll just grab the Explorer and just drive down. Where is my Explorer? Oh, I just run down the railway. Do that. There's a ramp up here. I don't know what hit me there. Probably, you know, an animal of some description that didn't like me laying railways. It's trying to impede progress or something. So yeah, you can just run down these railways. I should note you can automate these ones as well. So not completely certain how well that's going to work in regards to things like signalling. I would quite like to see signalling. One thing I've just noticed. There's a seam down the middle of this track, and it's irritating me. It's just a misaligned texture, but well, I say it's a misaligned texture, but actually chances are what they've done is they've modelled half of it and then cloned it over. Maybe just flip the other model around and not thought about actually blending the texture down the middle. So you've got this line that goes down and down the middle. Sorry, boring games development talk there. I'm also going to grab some of these fruits. Feral nuts are delicious, honest. Right, now I've got some fruit, so I can eat the fruit now. There's also some bacon agave, I think, around here somewhere that I saw. Well, anyway, hopefully I'll find some more wreckage as well. I think there was actually another wreckage piece up near the old base which I couldn't get into. I didn't have the components to at the time. But yeah, that's all going to change. We'll get the train in and then that would just be a rapid way for me to get components from one side of the map to the other, which would be very useful. And then I can... so my rough plans for this secondary facility is to basically be a production site for things like computers, which I already make down the other side, but it's quite messy, and I would quite like to have a clean slate for that's far enough away from the main base so it's not going to impact my frame rate too much, because the frame rate is starting to chug a little at the other side, which isn't too surprising considering how much is going on. They have done a huge amount of quite nice optimization work that basically things like not updating the position of things every frame. If you're not looking at it, if you're nowhere nearby, then you don't need to do it, and things only need to look nice when you're nearby. So yeah, hopefully I won't die too much down here, because walking back to the train is a little on the long side. I didn't actually pick up any way for me to get down. Those things are work in progress. We don't need to worry about those yet. Right, we've got a train. I'm going to move my train down, actually, because I can do that. There's a slug over there. I'm going to find sort of slugs and the like by doing this, so it's definitely well worth doing. Right. Something hit me. I don't know what. What I'm going to do. I'm going to run down here. Ow. There's my crate. Where did I die? Ah! I think a firefly hit me. Right, okay. I was slightly concerned it was going to be one of those beasties, but no, if it's a firefly, that's fine, because what we can do, they'll attack me, that's fine, they don't do a huge amount of damage, but I can grab my stuff, get this one equipped, and I can just beat them to death. Right, they're dead. And I've got some fruit here. What I don't like is that really, if you're picking up fruit of the same type, you should be auto-equipping it, really. But anyway, I digress. So let's get this train down here, I guess. My slight concern is that I don't think I'm going to... I might need to kind of twist it around a bit, maybe? I could probably twist it over here. Like a... well, basically like a roller coaster, like you would do a roller coaster. If I built a platform... No. And then if I dismantle that, so I can see the end of the track. Okay. Then oh, it's got too sharp a turn. That's a shame. Well, I just need to bring it out like a bridge, really, don't I? And then hopefully this will be fine. Got too sharp a turn on it. I think it's because it's trying to do something weird. What can I do here? Some stairs would probably do the trick if I could put them in. Okay, so having a look in the toolbox to see what we've got, and these will do just fine. It's too long. That's too steep. I guess we could bring it up a little bit more. See if we can. Oh, come on. The joys of trying to run a railway. Railway track is too steep. It's still too steep. I don't know how far. Up another one, maybe? And oh god, organisation. It's not saying that, it's still complaining about how steep the thing is. We'll get there eventually. Guess we cut it around here. Where is the organisation? Seems like such a weird place for it, so it sort of confuses me each time. Alright, so we just need to get please say that this will work now. Oh yes, still complaining about it being too steep. Okay, I've got a slight alteration to my plan. Though I'm gonna need to get some more concrete at this rate because I'm running a little low. Yay, it's finally allowed me to do it. Right, so it will sort of no, bad. Ooh, that could have been more painful. So it'll basically loop around at this point. It's like a big train set. I'll go and get the train in a minute. As we venture into the caves, I'll go and get the train now. Actually, but yeah, it's kind of like a mix between what's that? Might just be a model error, but yeah, it's kind of a mix between a railway set and a roller coaster at this point. But no, I love these trains. They've been so well implemented. You know, when they're stable and actually in the game proper, this will be awesome. This is what I've wanted in a game for so long. Is a game that lets you build your own railways. Oh shit. Yeah, a game that lets you build your own railways and do sort of, survival mechanics and all that sort of thing. Yeah, this is what gaming's needed for a very long time. Right, so we now go into the mines. Now, down in the mines, it can get a little spidery. So I am being a little bit careful about stuff. I do have... I've got my stuff set up. In fact, I can see spiders. Thankfully, I've got this thing, which fires bolts. Unfortunately, the spiders are really, really fast. But really, really flimsy. I should note that there is an arachnophobia mode that basically is a really nice idea, actually. It turns all of the spiders into kittens, I think. So people who are afraid of spiders can still play the game. I think that's a really nice little idea that they had. They wanted to have the spiders in the game, but if you don't want to play with the spiders, you don't have to. And it's good. It's a little thing of accessibility, which having these things in games is always good, because you want as many people as possible to enjoy what you've created. And it's a really good game. It is a phenomenal game. If Epic had the ability to do reviews, this would be getting some quite high reviews, I think. I hope that they have that feature soon. I should note that you do need to run power to these things, so but you only need one section powered, so the faster you go, the more power you're going to use, which again, nice little thing. Right, we've got some interesting things here, because we've got 2 fireflies. This is the point where I save. Experimental value. Yeah. Right. So last version that they did experimental, there was a crash when you hit fireflies with these things. As a result, I've been a little bit more careful about things like saving. It was the fireflies themselves when you hit them with the bolts. I've got loads of bolts, so it's fine. These are nice and easy to make. I'm just not hitting them particularly very well at the moment. This is the point where I think I go back to my big stick and just beat them to death. I do have a rifle, I should note. I do have a rifle. I don't have any ammunition for it at the moment. It's quite expensive to make, unfortunately. At the moment, for me. It's one of those things where everything in this game is sort of expensive to make until you have the system set up to allow you to make those things really, really easily. So steel, when you first start making steel, is really difficult to make. And then as time goes on, it improves, because you can make more and more steel easily. Right, we are now heading into a different type of danger at this point, because there's more sort of critters and the like around. Again, we'll take it slow. We'll get the railway in place, and then I've got to do the other side, which is going to be fun. I'm not going to do the other side on this stream. This is literally just a stream of me laying rails and moving through this world very, very slowly, using a locomotive, and I want more games to do that. It's really weird. It's kind of what I kind of got from that they could have done with Metro. You know, you're in this train. I think they could have done a little bit more with sort of upgrading the trains. The trains that looked different, and could do different things. This is very much that. You are laying rails across the wilderness. Right, we got a couple of things here that we've got to be a little bit careful of. A couple of things that we need to just beat to death. Ow. I don't know what's hitting me, I can't see him. There's one over there, but I can't see where the other one is. I think we just go. Get this rail laid as far as we possibly can. And, yes. Right, my base is down there somewhere. It's going to be another interest. I need more steel. But I think I also want to just take it around here a little bit more. See if I can avoid some of the fireflies and maybe take it down a hill. I've got to go back for more steel. That's alright. So my facility, pretty much on top of it now, is down there somewhere. So I think we'll sort of cut it around there. Yeah, I've got to get more steel and like steel tubes, steel plates for these things, and what are those other things called? Concrete. I need to get some concrete as well. So off we go. We can just reverse all the way. Be an interesting test of the various things that I've placed. Do I want to get the... I might as well get that slug now if I... I'll get the slug later, it's fine. I don't have a workbench on this thing. That's... Actually, does it? I don't think it does. I think that's the only thing it doesn't have on it. You know, it's a fast way of transporting goods, but its big drawback... I say a drawback, it's not really a drawback because you probably won't be using the train to explore, though that would be hilarious. Instead you are using the train to connect places that you have explored together. So we get to see this wonderful world through train. It's alright. It's a nice world. It's a bit of a roller coaster, but as time goes on, I think what I would do is I don't know actually. I'd probably have a second railway, like this would be oh god, what was it in Metro? It's like the government railway basically. So this would be like basically the government railway that gets me from one place to another. You know, gets me from the main factory hell to my little retreat in the desert. Start breaking now. Whereas I've overshot that hugely. This is why I didn't become a tube driver. Actually, for several reasons why I didn't become a tube driver. Yes, yeah. So this would be this is my my main facility to my other facility, whereas I would set up other train runs to different places. This factory's getting so huge. You just can't see the rest of the factory for all the storage that I've built. Which I still haven't finished. I need to finish that at some point. But let's go get some useful components, shall we? Right. Bouncing down there is probably a terrible idea, but I can do it. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, because I got organs. I got a load of organs from the. I need 5 organs. How many did I get? I got 5 organs. can go on to research things. It's something that I hadn't got around to researching yet. I don't know what it will unlock, but I will be interested to find out. Right, so let's head over to storage. Something that I did find that was kind of cool. It's just a way for me to look at these things quickly. If I just bring up the repair, the deconstruction tool, it'll just show me what I'll get, basically, which is useful. So a couple of stacks of those, and then I think down here we've got concrete. There we go, that one. Take the rest of that. Excellent. Now we can go back and lay some more railway. And then when I've done that, I can concentrate on getting the other facility up to spec. Because right now I think it's running on... it might be running on coal, I can't remember. I think it's running on biomass though, which isn't great. It's a strange feeling that I did actually put a coal thing in. As you can tell, it's been a little bit of time since I've been up to Facility 2. I can't really remember exactly what's up there. All that I know is that it kind of got to the point where I needed to get back to the main facility. So I'd set some things up at Facility 2, but I kind of built a garage basically so that I could return there. And then they added trains, and I thought, you know what? Instead of just driving up there each time, let's actually make it awesome and build a train from one side of the map to the other, basically, sort of, ish. It's a fun time. Partly I'm just streaming because I wanted to play some Satisfactory, and I wanted something to do that didn't involve listening to that racket outside. One day they'll be finished, but knowing the council, it'll be never. There'll always be something that they want to chop up. Frame rate is dropping a bit. I think they've added sort of a rather expensive fog in some of these areas as well, which doesn't help. So there's a little bit of stuttering, especially as with the lighting changes and the like. I'm travelling along at some miles an hour. Actually, I don't know how far. I don't do kilometres an hour. I know they do, but I don't. I'm very much miles an hour. Train will never derail, it turns out, which is good. Right. Okay. Let's get the last of this track laid. Now, what I want to do is sort of take it down there, but chances are it's going to throw this sort of... Okay. So what I will do instead is I will build up some pylons from up here. Track is still too steep, that's fine. That should be alright, it's pretty much the same grade. And then from then on, apparently that's fine. It's good. And then we can flip it around. Probably not gonna. I'm probably gonna need to build some pylons in the middle of the lake just to kind of. Yeah, I bet that might be far enough to let me. Yes, nice. I'm getting used to this track now. I'm getting used to how it's meant to. Ooh, it's a fish of some description. Right. Okay. So what I would also probably want to do, I'm just gonna put that on number 9 because I'm using so much of this that I may as well. Right. Actually, a rather good way of making a bridge, really. Just get the railway out. It's probably not going to like that. Okay, that's fine. Oh. You know, I could take it up there and there, but I'm going to try for a second one up. No, 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 there. I need to... That should be alright to now go up there, right? It looks alright. Yes. There's a bit of a tree in the way, but the railway doesn't seem to bother about that. I can deal with that, maybe in a bit. I mean, it is passing through a rock, and that just kind of looks messy. I would prefer it to sort of come up here a little bit more, if I can. Yes. There. Should probably go and get the train in a minute as well. Just so that it's not quite so far to walk back. Let's do that now. He's just sliding along. Oh, poor thing. This is going to be awesome when it's done. That is a slug, I think. It's like the one of the Uber slugs. Yeah, this is going to be when this railway is done. It's going to be awesome. Who needs air vehicles when you have a train? Though, I mean, some things that I would quite like to be added to the train, and this is probably way out of scope, is a way of carrying trucks or you know, vehicles, other vehicles. You know, a carriage that allows you to put in vehicles. That would be kind of nice. As well as some sort of roadway pieces, as it were, to so you didn't have to just ramp over them. You could have like a level crossing, basically. And some signals. If not nothing else, but more for me, rather than, you know, so instead of being used for sort of directional stuff, be actually, you know, useful for just knowing when there's a train up ahead, really. I'm having an awful lot of trouble just climbing a small hill here. Hold on. There we go. So facility 2 is in this direction. I'll be so happy when we actually see facility 2. It's been a while since I've been there. Who knows what's happened. Ah, there it is. Oh, nice. Okay. So this area is one of the starts that you can pick from. Right, for the moment, I'm just going to roll it up here, just so I've got somewhere to park it, and then I'll deal with getting a proper train station in at a later date. But right now I just want to get my locomotive into Facility 2 so we can start sprucing up the place a little. I parked a long way back. So yeah, Facility 2, its main task is going to be making computers, I think. Which I should be able to do with all the components that I've got. And then it's just going to make loads of computers. So we've got some wreckage over there, which we can crack open, probably. God, this one came in badly. What on earth? Heat sinks. Ooh, okay. Oh, this one just needs power. I might even just be able to do this power. Power biomass burner. I can't. I can. Because I can do a craft bench. So I think I've got some copper on me. Yeah, I've got some copper on me. That's copper's only use is that. That's fine. Right, yeah, so now we build a biomass burner. Power line goes into that. We stick some power into it, and it needs more than that, interestingly. Okay, we can do more than that. Just need to uncheck that. And that gets me a hard drive. These are so useful. In fact, they are so useful, I'm actually going to take this one back to base. But yeah, so train line is in now, which is excellent. So I can start getting that set up properly now. And you get to see trains. I love trains. If I could own my own train, I would. Maybe in the future. Actually, the way things are going, it's more likely we're going to end up with boats. But yes, no boats in this game yet, unfortunately. Submarines. Submarine would be good. No, for no reason. Just submarines. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna take this hard drive back to base and see if I can get this hard drive researching. If not, then it'll just go into my personal chest that's up there. But I can also start gathering materials of useful things that I might want to take to help me set up Facility 2. Oh, I'm going to need like oils and the like, aren't I? It's going to be interesting. I'll have to do a bit of scanning and the like around there, but I will probably end this stream shortly. Maybe see what those alien organs unlocked and get the hard drive on if it's ready. Which it should be by now. I think we're almost here, so we can start breaking now. Just coast into the into the station and break. Oh, no, break. Okay. Excellent. So, really I need a way off the platform over here to take me down this. Actually, I do have... Bear with me just one moment. I probably should have a craft bench up here anyway. So, biomass made out of leaves, and biomass made out of wood. Excellent. Put it about there, maybe. Oh, it needs power, and we can do power. Just need to find a. That's getting in the way of other things. Don't. What I can do for now is jump over here. Let's take it over here, and then I can get a jelly landing pad that will allow me to just drop off the... well, it's too long. Yay! I have a jelly thing, which I'm going to immediately test out by dropping on it from a height. Ooh, it looks all jelly. Jelly? Jelly. It's bouncy. Right. Let's do my ridiculous jumping off. Alright. Jelly! Blump. Excellent. That's a rather nice little thing, actually. Ridiculous nature of it. Right, okay, so is that still 4 minutes? There's some other things I can do in that time. I would quite like to see what that is, so I'm going to put my hard drive into my chest and grab my Explorer and see how my my babies have been cooking up things. I do want to see the nuclear reactors. Apparently, from what I've read about the nuclear reactors, they have been quite well put in. So, nuclear fuel comes from uranium, I would expect, somewhere. I don't know quite how that bit works. But they generate waste products, which are dangerous and need to be removed from the reactor safely. And they look huge and awesome and green. So I definitely want to get some of that. While we're talking about that sort of thing, I have been thinking, and I've actually been prototyping this as well. Ooh, 24, nice. The idea of having a factory builder that deals more with waste products and environmental stuff, but on a sort of more sort of survivally, mechanic-y type of thing. I don't know, it's just something I'm messing around with. I like the idea of factory builders starting to deal with the idea of pollution and our impact on the world, really. Because I keep seeing this sort of the message that companies and governments like to say is, you know, that we as a people need to recycle. You know, the message that we're given is recycle, watch your power usage, use the right bulbs, you know, do everything you possibly can to keep your waste down. And yeah, that's half of the problem. Actually, that's not even half of the problem anymore. I think that the message isn't that anymore. It's more to do with our responsibilities as, with companies, with governments. Because the people recycle at this point. We separate our waste. We recycle as much as we possibly can. Only for that waste to then end up in a landfill somewhere in Malaysia, just dumped because a company couldn't be bothered to actually get rid of it properly. Which means the people are doing everything that they can to be good, to watch their waste products. Only for a government somewhere to say, you know what, we can't be bothered to dispose of this properly. So yeah, it's just something that I was mulling over, having seen what we've done to Malaysia. They've it was something like 300,000 tons of what would have been recyclable material has just been dumped on the coasts, on the shores in Malaysia, and quite rightly, Malaysia want to send it back to the companies that have been dumping it illegally. And you might think, oh, dumping it illegally, maybe that's India or one of these sort of developing countries that aren't so concerned about where the waste is dumped. No, it's England, it's the UK, Canada, and America that have been the biggest suppliers of this rubbish. So anyway, yeah, right, let's just see how far along that thing is. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and I can find out what alien organs do, apart from keeping aliens alive, although they don't need that anymore. I did have some ammunition. I've only got 2 cartridges, though. It's not going to get me very far. Anyway, so let's find out what alien organs do, and then I'll drop the hard drive in, and then I'll end the video for the moment. What did that do? Apparently I've now researched everything. Apparently nothing. Apparently it doesn't... Oh, no. Oh, it's medical inhaler. Inhaler? Inhaler. I can apparently get some of that in as well. Computers to do computey things. I've apparently got some servos. I don't see any. Oh, yep, there we go. There's some servos. So I just need some frames, and that will do that. That's actually really nice if I can do that. And then this hard drive. Should note the importance of hard drives. Hard drives unlock alternate recipes for things. And when they research, you get a choice of 3 things that you can unlock. And you pick one, and then you research in that thing down there, and then you get something really, really nice. The one that I'm really waiting on is stitched iron plate. Basically using iron plates and copper wire to make the reinforced copper plates instead of bolts. I've got loads of cables, stacks of them. So yeah, I don't need them. So that's kind of what I want to do with them. So anyway, I'm going to end this video here. You've probably seen enough of me building a railway for a while. I don't know. I might be back at some point. But for now, I am going to say thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.